You're welcome again to XTP Young and Loved. As usual, is a program where we talk about things that concern us as humans. Okay, and today is a special edition, and our topic is very interesting. Are you afraid of failing? Okay, so that's what we want to talk about today, and I have a special guest. Okay, he will tell us about him. He will tell us his name and what he does, and then we will ask him some questions.
Good day. My name is Vincent Chukwemeka. I'm a photographer and currently the CEO of Beam Black Photography, Managing Director at VP Studio.
Are you afraid of failing? Since you are someone who have undertaken projects, to be where you are. So are you afraid of failing?
Any man that is afraid of failing can't be successful.
Okay.
So you need to fail so that you know where you're making mistakes and sit up. So I'm not afraid of failing because where I am is actually a result of failure. God first and failure, because I've failed.
Okay.
I've actually made a whole lot of investment that crashed out. So I feel like if there's anything like failure as a surname, I should be answering it.
Wow.
So the more you fail, when you fail, it doesn't mean that your word ends. So what makes you successful is when you stand after what you do next after you failed.
Okay.
So once a man fall, he should stand. So that's why when a kid fall, he seeks for help, and when a man falls, he stands and cleans himself.
Wow, this is so interesting to know that even though he failed, yet he still encouraged himself to go on. But did you have this mindset from the word go, or did something change along the way? Was there a time when you were afraid of failing?
Okay, yeah. Before I entered into these projects, or let's say when I was still a student, I was afraid of failing because back then, if you have fifth position in my house, you don't go chop. So from onset, I've been afraid of that. So now what happens is that when you make it a consciousness being afraid to fail, you fail to the point that you can't stand. So until I got couples of motivational talks online, business owners where they go for seminars, they tell you take the risks. So as a photographer and any film you're in, if you don't spend and if you don't invest in it, note the money you invest might not come back to you. It might just go from there. So you just failed, but you need to stand up and start again. So you shouldn't be afraid. So humanly, that nature of fear should be there, but you should summon courage